Hi all, welcome to the FB Live with me. In my last FB Live, I discussed about maintaining a stress journal that can help to manage stress. Now, when we maintain stress journal, what we do is we pen down all the thoughts that are going on in our mind, especially those thoughts which gives us a lot of stress, which triggers stress response in us. So in today's session, I'm going to speak more about stress. Why stress? Because in current situation, because of COVID, there is a lot of stress which is prevailing around us. The number of depression and anxiety cases are on a drastic increase. Maybe not only because of the trigger in external environment, but yes, some people, those who never felt stressed before, they are also experiencing stress now because they are surrounded by a lot of negativity around. The people whom they know, the moment they start any discussion, they will start speaking about Corona and their effects. And the discussion always turns to something related to Corona. So, this word has become a part of our life, COVID and Corona. So, whenever there is any negative word which is continuously a part of your discussions, it is definitely going to have negative effect on your physical and mental health. So, okay, now to start with, as as per my ritual, I will be starting with the poem. The poem is on smile. This is not a self-written poem, but I really like this poem and wanted to share with you all. So this poem is on smile. So it is like, a smile is quite a funny thing. It wrinkles up your face, and when it's gone, you will never find its secret hiding place. But far more wonderful it is to see what smiles can do. You smile at one, he smiles at you, and so one smile becomes two. So whenever you use smile as a mode of communication, the other person definitely have to smile back. So this way you are spreading smiles. So there is no harm in spreading smiles. I would recommend all to make smiling a permanent accessory on your face, and that will definitely enhance your face value. So make smile a permanent part of your life. Just like nowadays you have made Corona or COVID discussions a permanent part of your life, start replacing these negative discussions with something positive. Instead of focusing on what Corona has done in your life, how Corona has affected you, and so on, better is you should shift the focus from Corona to taking health measures that can help you to protect from any disease, not only from Corona, right? So you should learn from this situation instead of regretting that you are a part of this situation. Let us be used to Corona now. Let us not get stressed by the talks or the discussions in relation to Corona. And if you feel stressed because of Corona discussions, I would recommend please start avoiding discussions on Corona. Make these safety measures a part of your life. That's it. Avoid any negative discussions. This is definitely going to help to reduce the negativity spread around you. And if you see someone taking interest in having discussions in relation to Corona or COVID, better to avoid such discussions or change the topic. There is a lot to discuss apart from Corona and COVID. So please focus on the positivity in the current scenario and keep smiling. Now, when we say stress, the number of cases are on rise um, because of anxiety, depression, stress. There are a lot of after effects when the stress is prolonged for a long time. So what kind of responses people generally have in relation to stress? Whenever there is a stressful situation, our body is designed in such a way that it will either go for a fight response or a flight response. So this is just for your knowledge. You may not use this knowledge anywhere, but just for your knowledge that how our body is designed, because we are coming from a generation of, you all know, monkeys. So initially we were animals only, and animals are designed in such a way that they, whenever they are in stress, they are in stress because they have to protect themselves. So stress in our body was due to a defense mechanism. It helped us to protect ourselves. Now how it helped us? Whenever we were in stress, we either used to have a fight response where we will fight with the stressful situation, be a part of it, face it, and fight it, and try to win over it. Or we used to flight. Depending upon the capability of a person, he may flight, I mean, run from the situation, avoid or ignore the situation. And there is one third response as well to stress. Any guesses what it is? And if you have any questions, you can simply type in the comment box. So this FB Live is being streaming from Zoom. So I will be checking the comments as well. And thank you all for joining in. Okay. So what is the meaning of fight response to stress? Fight is when you fight. Just say, for example, your spouse is standing in front of you and he started a discussion which turned into an argument, right? Now, what can be your response to this particular situation? The first response could be fight. You may start fighting with them, and this may again aggravate the situation, and ultimately that stress which was there for 5 minute or 10 minute time, that will linger on for maybe few days or few months and sometimes few years as well. So it could be a fight response. It could be the second option, that is the flight response. You may try to avoid such situation, and you may say that, okay, I don't want to have any discussions, let us stop it here. So that is the flight response. So for example, you went to a jungle and you saw a lion in front of you. So what option do you have? You don't have the fight option here, depending upon your capability, right? So you decide at that point of time how capable I am to handle this particular stressful situation. And then you decide your response. The third one is freeze, where you don't do anything, you don't take any action. Your spouse is in a mood to create stressful situation, but what you are trying to do is, okay, keep on talking, vent out, take your anger out, I will not say anything. Means you freeze at that point of time. So again, these are the three responses to a stressful situation. Most of the times we are not able to decide at that point of time what we should do. Should we fight, should we flight, or should we freeze? And yes, if you are aware of your body, of your physiological changes, you may also be able to decide your response to stress. It all starts from awareness of your physiology, of your body. Okay. So yes, you can type in your I will definitely try to answer your questions, and in case if I'm not able to answer your questions in this FB live, I will definitely take it up in my subsequent FB lives. So I will be happy to answer the questions and queries, because I have been researching on this topic since long, and currently I am a student of industrial psychology, where I am specifically studying about workplace stress, because I really want to help people who are undergoing stress. And because of the current scenario, the stress have increased many folds. So yes, it is not that every person is is in stress nowadays. There are some who are able to handle this stress, and there are many who are not able to handle this stress. So the first thing you have to do now is, it's not only COVID or the current situation. Because of this COVID situation in which we are into, there are many other factors this COVID is affecting. There are many other situations it is affecting, like we have to work from home now. Maybe many may not be able to have a support system at home now, so they have to manage alone. They are doing multitasking. So a lot of burden have increased, lot of responsibilities have increased. But what is the escape? There is no escape. You have to be a part of it, right? So first of all, as I mentioned in my last FB live also, start by identifying your stressors. Every person may have different stressors in their life, and same situation may be stressful for one but may not be stressful for the other person. So I cannot say that this is a situation which you should avoid in your life. No, there are certain situations which don't have any stressful effect on life of one person, but they may be very stressful for the other persons. Very as simple as that. Having an FB live, right? Initially, when I started with FB live, I used to be very tensed. Initial 1 or 2 FB lives I had to cancel because the moment I switched on the camera, I was so stressed that I thought, no, I cannot handle it, and I switched off the camera. It has happened with me, and I'm happy to accept the fact that yes, it happened with me. It was really stressful, and I thought to avoid that situation. But then I built that courage that no, I want to do it. I want to help people. I want to expand my reach. So I took that decision. I built that willpower. And when you continuously try to remind yourself that you have to do it, you have to do it, definitely one day you do it. So that is how I'm in front of you doing FB lives. So yes, identify your stressors. The stressors can be different, and again, different stressors may have different impact on life of different people. It can be increased responsibility as in current situations. It can be a major life change. Life change could be a marriage, could be a broken relationship, a new entry in your life, maybe a childbirth, could be losing someone, losing a relationship because of some misunderstandings or because of death of a loved one, could be a major life change, right? That is also a very stressful situation. And many times the situations cannot be avoided, and you have to be a part of that situation. There is no option to flight, and you have to face it. So face it with a courage. Now, how to build the courage? We will come upon it later on. Relocation, job relocation is another stressor, which is not easy for many. Again, we will look upon job relocation also. There are different stressors which may have different effect on different people. Financial pressures, like in current situation, many people may have lost their jobs. But again, losing job, for some it has proved to be a boon as well, and for some it is a curse. Again, it depends upon the situation and the handling capacity, the capability of a person to handle the stress. Remember that there is always a way out. For every problem in this world, there is always a solution. And if you look around you, you will see that this problem which you are facing now, and you are feeling that it is really a stressful situation, some or the other person have definitely faced this situation in their life. So you can take an example from your circle or from the society and see how they used to overcome this stressful situation. You will definitely find some example. The stress is nothing new. It has been there since long, and people have been dealing with it. And people have faced a lot of challenging situations in their life. So if you feel that this is a situation, this is a stressful or pressure which is only on you, which has happened only for you, no, it is not like that. The same thing may have happened in life of other person as well. Try to find out such a person, and try to talk to them. What helped them to come over the stress? This is a very easy way to deal with a stressful situation. Job changes, yes, it brings a stress to many, but for some it is not so stressful. Again, natural and man-made disasters is a reason to be stressed. And there are many other factors. a list could be very long, so I cannot discuss all the factors. But yes, if you have a specific factor, a specific trigger in your life, or specific stressor in your life, as of now, you can mention in the comment box, and I will definitely try to touch upon it, or if not now, maybe in the next FB live, which will be scheduled on next Friday. Right now, yes, stressors are there. You have to identify your stressors. And when you identify those stressors, out of those stressors, you have to identify those three main stressors which are continuously disturbing your mental peace. Because we have to work upon those three main stressors first, and then we will work upon developing your capability to deal with stress. Because stress can have many side effects on your body, especially when it is prolonged. So if I say, many people say, why do we need stress management? Is there a need to have stress management sessions? Definitely yes. Because your ability to cope with stress can be developed. And with stress management sessions, you can definitely do it on a faster pace. Because when you learn from experience of some other person, it helps you to increase your speed of learning. So stress management sessions are definitely a boon. And if you think that I don't know whether I need a stress management session or no, it means you need a stress management session, right? Even if you're thinking in this direction, yes, you need someone who can help you out to deal with the stress. And there is no harm in talking to someone whom you trust. So do discuss your stress with someone whom you trust. And if you don't find anyone to discuss your stresses with, try talking to yourself by writing it down, by penning it down. Because when you discuss your stress, many times we feel that there is a problem, there is a problem, there is a problem. I don't know the solution. But when you start writing down the problem, solutions start propping up in your mind. And you feel that I never thought in this way or in this direction. It has happened with me many a times. Whenever I'm facing a problem, I start writing it down. And the moment I am writing it down, that what is my, and elaborate your problem. What is that trigger? What is that stressor? Don't simply write that job relocation is my stressor. No, job relocation is your stressor. Why it is giving you a stress? And elaborate your problem. Make it as detailed as possible. And the moment you go down to the detail of the problem, that definitely helps you to go to the solution. Mind it, we have all the solutions to our problems. Maybe for other person's problem, we may not be having any solution, but for our own problems, for every problem of ours, there is a solution which is inside us. The only thing is we have to make an effort and look inside. And the easiest way to do that is either discuss it with someone. It has happened with me also. When I start discussing it with someone, the solutions start coming to my mind. And if you don't find anyone whom you can discuss with, start writing it down. Start elaborating it. Don't simply write one line that this is my stressor, or this is my tension, or this is my pressure. Try to elaborate as much as you can. Write an essay, write 4 pages, write 5 pages, whatever comes to your mind, try to write it down. That I don't want to change this job, and this is the reason why I am in stress. And if I do this, this will happen. These are my fears, these are my anxieties, these are the triggers that are disturbing my mental peace, and I don't know how to handle it. The moment you start asking yourself these questions, your body, your mind, your subconscious will start giving you the answers. And this is a very easy way to reach to the solutions to your own problems, right? So you have to do this exercise if you feel that your mental peace is being disturbed, because stress can have very negative effects on your body. It can affect the way you feel, the way you think, and the way you behave. The way we feel will definitely affect us physically. The way we think, that is, stress affects us mentally also. The way we behave means stress affects our behavior as well. how we take an action. So I am reading your comments, but I will try to answer it later on. Thank you, Saju. Your nickname I will pronounce. I hope I am pronouncing it correctly. And the situation that you have mentioned, many people are now undergoing this stress. The stress that the company is looking to move around, or the company is asking you to travel, or the company may be asking you to join office, and you are currently working from home. The work pressure has increased. So it's not only professional stress, it could be personal as well. And when they both mix up, it elevates the level of stress. But don't prolong your stresses, as they can affect you physically, mentally, and behaviorally, emotionally, I would say. And this can affect your relationships as well. There are many physical signs of stress which you can easily understand, like mood disorders. You may have started having those anxieties, or emotional imbalances where you are not able to control your emotions. So that is a physical effect of prolonged stress. Lack of concentration, lack of uh, good sleep. You are not able to sleep continuously. Your mind is chattering and chattering. It has become a chatterbox. Even when you try to sleep, some thoughts prop up in your mind and you think that how I will do that, how I will do that. So this may be happening with you. If it is once or twice or thrice, or maybe for 4 or 5 days, it is okay. But if it is happening continuously for more than a month, then you definitely have to take an action. There are many physical effects, mental effects of stress, and you can also easily assess your stress response, how your body respond to stress. Some people start sweating. For some people, the heart rate increases. For some people, they start trembling, their hands start trembling, their legs start trembling, or their breathing becomes very fast, or they may have some dizziness in their head. They become very confused. They are not able to take any decision. Mood disorders, which can, all these symptoms can ultimately result into something serious, like effect on your heart rate, effect on your heart, as you all would have heard about, that the cardiac arrest are mostly due to a person's inability to handle stress. It can also affect your skin. People in stress also start developing skin diseases. Digestive problems. They may start developing acid in their body, acid reflux. Acidity is also a result of stress. Pain in your body, maybe an pain starts at an unusual point in your body and you're not able to understand why this pain started. Mostly in your head area, could be in chest area as well, and could be in legs as well. So it can also be a result of continuous or prolonged stress. And ultimately, when you start noticing physical changes, it starts affecting you mentally as well. And you may start isolating yourself from society. You may start avoiding people because you may feel that I may react in certain manner which may not be acceptable by others, and you may start avoiding people. Or maybe you may start thinking that I may not be accepted by others, or maybe you may start developing this thought that people are there only to disturb me, to frustrate me, to irritate me. No one loves me, I'm useless, I'm worthless, and these kind of thoughts may start coming in your mind, not once or twice, but regularly on a daily basis. You start losing interest, especially in those things which used to be interesting for you. You may start developing some behavioral changes, unpredictable behavioral changes. You never used to be angry earlier, but now every time you are in aggression, you are always angry. Your mood is always low. The motivation is always down. If you can relate to anything, any symptom which I'm sharing here, please do something to get out of it. If this is something which is not a regular thing, sometimes or the other, occasionally you feel this feeling, it is okay, because it is a part of our life. Sometimes we feel low, sometimes we feel high. It is okay to feel low as well, to feel negative as well. But if it is a prolonged feeling in 24 hours, whenever you are awake, all the time you are having this feeling, and it has been there since more than a month, then definitely you have to do something for that. You need to understand how to manage stress. There are many factors which can help a person to develop their stress management capabilities. The first of all is the support system. If you have a good support system, it will definitely help you to come out of the stress. When we say support system, it is the support system available in the external environment as well and internal environment as well. Internal means your internal willpower, courage, capability. So when we say external environment, it includes your family, your friends, your relatives, or maybe you may start uh, listening to some inspirational or motivational speakers or stories, or maybe some guides, mentors, anyone in your external environment who is there to help you out. You must extend your hand and ask for a help. And those who know any such person who needs such help, I would request them to extend their help to such person to help them come out of stress. Never ever try to make fun of such a person who is in stress or who feels depressed. Or if you notice any such symptoms which I discussed earlier in a person in your circle, you must start paying attention to them and ask them if they need any help. Maybe they may say they don't need any help, but you have to keep an eye. It is very much required. Definitely, you should help and develop a support system. We all can be a support to others. And try to identify such person in your circle whom you trust, with whom you can discuss your feelings, your thoughts, and always try your best to come out of these stressful situations. Mind it, it is very easy. The only thing required is willpower to come out of the stressful situations. There are many people who are facing a lot of challenges in their life, but still they are happy. You can also be one of them. Learn from them. Okay, so your support system is definitely going to affect your capability to deal with stress. Try to surround yourself with positive people. Your peers have a great influence on your thought process. So if you find someone who is continuously negative, try to avoid such people. Or even if you can't avoid such people, try giving importance to such people, or try avoiding those thoughts which are continuously generating negativity in you. So develop a good and sound support system around you. Try to have better emotional intelligence. We can speak on this. I will speak on this later. Again, the attitude also affects the attitude of a person. If a person is optimistic or he is pessimistic, it definitely affects the way you perceive the situations and the way you get stressed from a particular situation. We will speak on this later. Try to acquire complete knowledge before making any decision, before perceiving that this is something which is stressful or which cannot be managed. It is better to have complete knowledge, and the knowledge can be acquired. The best way to acquire the knowledge is to talk to someone who have actually dealt with such a situation. They are the best persons to help you out to deal with a similar kind of stressful situation. There is no harm in discussing with anyone. Finally, I hope the FB live is going fine. I'm not able to check it out. Okay. So I will be sharing some techniques to help to de-stress also today. You all have a mobile in your hand, right? Which is continuously with you, which never stops disturbing you. Please make a habit of having a limit to your mobile usage, because mobile, I would say, is definitely, it is very helpful. It helps us to be updated. There are a lot of benefits of having technology always in your hand, but the benefits should be there till the time we are using it wisely. The moment we start using mobile beyond our capability to handle these informations, they start giving us negative impact. So set a limit on your mobile usage. Before sleeping, at least take a break of 1 hour. Don't have that fear of missing out something. This FOMO fear, what we call FOMO, fear of missing out, is spreading a lot in this generation, in the people of this generation, I would say, of this era. They always feel that I may miss out some important information, right? If you are also carrying such a fear, then remember that there is a call button also in your mobiles. If there is something urgent which needs your immediate attention, you can definitely convey to the people around you that they should call you if there is anything urgent. Don't wait for you to read the message. And switch off all the notifications in your mobile, your email notifications, your WhatsApp notifications, or your other social media notifications, because that they are the biggest distractions in our life nowadays. And we think that we are doing multitasking, but I would suggest all to start doing unitasking now. Stop following multitasking, because multitaskers are always in biggest stress. They are the most stressful. So please avoid multitasking. Unless it is an urgency, try to avoid multitasking. Do unitasking. Write down the tasks which you have to perform, but at a particular point of time, it would be better to focus on one task. That will definitely help to reduce the stress. Now, there was a professor, he went to the class and he took, say, his mobile in his hand, and he said that, can you see this mobile? I am holding this mobile in my hand. Everybody said, yes, yes, there is a mobile in your hand. He said, what is in my hand doesn't matter, but what is the weight of this thing? Can anyone guess? Someone said 100 grams, someone said 200 grams, 500 grams, and so on. So he said, okay, now what is the weight of this mobile doesn't matter. What matters is how long I'm keeping this mobile in my hand in this posture. If I keep this mobile, maybe it is 100 grams, a very small amount of weight it is carrying, 100 grams, right? It doesn't matter. 100 grams is very less weight. I can easily carry it. But if I carry this mobile like this for another 1 hour, what will happen? Another 2 hours, another 3 hours, and so on. If I keep on increasing the time I'm holding this mobile, though the weight is very less, 100 grams, I can easily manage holding this mobile. But when I continuously do it for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and so on, it will start giving me pain. It will start affecting me physically. And this physical effect can definitely impact me mentally as well. And I will start hating this posture, and maybe I will start hating this particular mobile as well. So what I'm going to trying to tell you in this case Assume this mobile to be a stress, right? Which you are continuously carrying, continuously with you. Is it a good thing for you? It is definitely going to affect you negatively. So keep down your mobile for some time and take a rest. Pause for some time, take a break, and after that break, you can definitely take it up. Your body will also be relieved. Don't carry your stresses or tensions every time with you. Keep that baggage down for some time. Take a break, take a pause. That is very much needed. Now, what you have to do during this pause time, there are various de-stress techniques that can be followed. But every de-stress technique have one thing in common, and that is your breathing. If you are correctly breathing, that will definitely help to increase the supply of oxygen to your body. And as you all would agree, that it is only one thing that is running us, and that is our breath. So our breath or prana is the energy that is running us. So we have to improve the quality of our breath. How can we improve the quality of our breath? It's very easy. Inhale and exhale correctly. That is the easiest way to improve the quality of our breath. Now, how to do that? When a child is born, if you have a newborn in your house or a small kid in your house, just try to observe their breathing pattern. When they inhale, they inflate their stomach. And when they exhale, they deflate their stomach. Inhale and the stomach comes out. Exhale and the stomach goes in. Now try to observe your breathing pattern. Are you also breathing in the same way? When you inhale, where your stomach goes? Generally, when people are in stress, they do it vice versa. When they inhale, they take stomach in. When they exhale, they take stomach out. I hope you are able to follow me, what I am trying to say. Inhale, because when you are inflating air in a balloon, what happens? The size increases, right? Similarly, when you are inhaling, your stomach should increase in size. And when you are exhaling, it should reduce in size. Just try to observe your breathing. And if you are not doing it in this rhythm, that when you are inhaling, your stomach is not going out, then you have to correct this. Focus on your breathing and try to correct it. This is a very important exercise which you all should follow. This is the first step to stress management. I would recommend all to focus on your breathing on a daily basis for at least 5 minutes and try to rectify your breathing pattern. While inhaling, stomach should inflate. While exhaling, stomach should deflate. So this is the first step. The next step is when you are taking a break, when you want to de-stress, keep everything down, be comfortable, close your eyes and just focus on your breath. And when we say focus on the breath, there are only two elements in breathing: inhalation and exhalation. So you have to focus on inhalation and exhalation. But when we inhale, the inhalation and exhalation should affect your stomach. Your stomach should move and not your chest. So keep a hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. When you inhale, just observe what is inflating, your lungs or your diaphragm or your stomach. What is increasing in size? Your stomach should increase in size. And if it is not increasing in size, you have to correct it. So in today's FB Live, I would like to conclude with sharing these breathing techniques which you have to work on. In my next FB Live, I will share more on breathing because I want that everyone should know how to correctly breathe. Breathing is very important part of our life. Without breathing, we cannot survive. Breathing is the only way we get energy. Breathing is the prana. Breathing helps us to stay alive, to stay energized. because it is oxygen that is providing energy to us. We can live without food, we can live without water, but we cannot live without oxygen. We cannot live without breathing. So we have to start by improving our breathing. And when we say improving our breathing, it has to be the correct rhythm. Inhale, stomach inflates. Exhale, stomach deflates. Try focusing on your breathing, and if it is not in this manner, try to rectify it. Don't force exhale or force inhale. It has to be very smooth and very normal. Try practicing it till my next FB live session. I want you all to practice it and rectify your breathing pattern. The first thing is inhale and exhale with the stomach in and out. Second thing is your inhalation and exhalation has to be from your stomach and not from your chest. So when you inhale, the stomach has to inflate and not the chest. To observe this, you can keep one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach and observe. And try to have movements in your stomach while inhalation and exhalation. So with this, I would like to conclude today's FB Live with a promise from you all that you will definitely try to work upon your mental fitness. If in stress, you will try to do something to get help from others, to develop a support system, to develop a better external and internal environment, and I'm always there to help you out to understand the ways to deal with stress. See, we cannot zero down stress from our life. Stress will always be there, and stress has to be there. Stress is a crucial part of our life. We cannot get rid of stress. If this stress I can deal with, then another stress will pop up. If this stress I'll deal with, another stress will pop up. So there will always be a stress in our life, one or the other. So what we can do is, we can learn how to manage stress, how to deal with stress, or how to develop our capability to handle stress. So I am here to help you out to understand how to handle stress. Don't be stressed by the stress. It is there only to help you to develop a defense mechanism, and you can definitely develop your defense mechanism. Keep smiling, love yourself, and love those around you. Be positive, be optimistic, and think good. See you all